Chloe Demir of Save the Victual. Today we're here for a fun look with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge palette. I've been wanting to try Blend Bunny for a while. So if you'd like to see me create this look, play, well, more like fumble around with makeup, talk some Blend Bunny, maybe some other stuff, then you're in the right place. So yeah, why don't you just keep on watching? Okay, here are the first 3 rows of the palette. The first 5 shades, if I hold it like this, you can see them, but they're basically a white, a beige, a light pink, and a light lavender, and then it goes into a gray and a light green. So that's like the first row are super, super light. I'm also super, super pale, so of course it's, you know, it's like showing up on white paper. It's not really showing. And then on the bottom, this is the 3rd row. These 2 are reversed. It should actually be this one then that one, but I got ahead of myself in my swatching. But anyways, this is the first 3 rows. These are just your typical matte shades. The next 2 rows will be your shimmers and your kind of like neon shades. Remember, swatches really don't mean anything. Again, lighter colors will probably look good if your skin is a little bit darker or on top of a base, but what I would use these for are definitely blending out shades. Back in the day when I first started using makeup, usually the whites, the light beiges, and light pinks, because I use them to blend out, were always the ones I actually finished first, believe it or not, in a palette. So there we go. Here is the first 3 rows of the Blend Bunny Surge palette. And let's go look at the final 2 rows. And then here are the last 2 rows. This is, the top one is the shimmer, and then the neon. Neon is pretty hard to show and to swatch, so they don't look very neon on camera, but they did on my finger and on the brushes. But like I said, you can't really go by swatches, and several of the shades came broken, so they were very hard to swatch. These 2, and then the blue came totally annihilated. But the lovely folks at Blend Bunny have already sent me a replacement. They had packed it well, but they said they're going to pack it even better, and which I thought was very cool that they had put fragile, but then they had to put another one that said fragile glass, and I thought, oh well, you know, then maybe they'll be more careful with it. Nah, the postal system probably still punted it all over town. But anyways, so again, let's not go by swatches, but this is, let's go a little further back. So these are the last 2 rows from the palette. Okay, so next we'll take a look at the palette and then smoosh some on the eyeballs. Hey, so now it's time to play with Blend Bunny palette. So I got the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge palette. Yeah, so it unfortunately came to me damaged. You can see there's a little bit of a boof there, which doesn't really matter to me. It's what inside that matters. So I'm just going to show it to you with the plastic sleeve still kind of on there, because it may stop some of it from falling out. Let me see if I can do that. So, because it is a beautiful palette and I didn't want to wait to film with it, but this is the palette here. Oh, oh. And then as you can see, the 2 shimmers here arrived smashed, and then this oh my gosh, it's so beautiful blue. I went earlier and I tried to flatten it down, but as soon as you touch it, when I did swatches, it just crumbled apart again. And then when I kind of blew on it a little bit, blue went everywhere. But again, the lovely folks at Blend Bunny are sending me a new one. It's already on its way. Amazing customer service. I just sent photos so they knew what was damaged and how it was damaged, and like literally within hours they had a package ready. Great customer service. Indie brands nailing it again. All right, isn't it a beautiful color story? I can maybe gently try without the plastic. I mean, I don't think it changed too much, but let's just quickly very carefully. Don't do it too much, but that is it there. So I did some swatches, which you would have seen a little bit earlier on there. Definitely in person, I could see them better on my arms, but again, being super, super pale, they didn't, I don't think they translated as well. I mean, definitely rows 2 and 3 did with the beautiful dark Julie purples and the grungy greens. It did really well. Some of the lighter shades, they didn't swatch very well, but again, for me, they would be blending out shades. So the white, the beige, the light pink, and the light lavender. Actually, that first row would be are perfect colors for the color stories below. Here, let's quickly look at it again. So whoa, see, there went the blue. Why did I do that? Oh, anyways, okay. So I've got blue eyeshadow everywhere, so I'm just gonna go quickly clean that up and then we can continue on. Okay, so no more lifting up the palette, but like I said, that is a beautiful blue. Though most of it, say, yeah, almost the whole entire thing ended up on my floor, but I have a little bit left to play with until I get my new palette. But again, amazing customer service. They got it out so fast. When I originally ordered, I used just the regular slow-mo service, even though they did recommend taking courier because international is a bit more expensive. But I thought not expensive, faster, but I thought since we're neighbors, maybe it wouldn't be as bad as Europe, and it actually came relatively quickly. So I have hopes that this one will come quickly as well. Okay, so let's figure out what we want to do for a look. It is the afternoon here on a Sunday when I'm filming this. I've already done most of what I had planned to do today, so we can do one look on each eye. So I was just looking at this palette and it's so beautiful, and like each row makes a beautiful color story, broken out in quads, they make good color stories. So I think we're just gonna play, and then we're gonna do one eye, we're gonna do the purple row, and one, because I cannot help myself, I'm going to do it's not quite the green row, I'm gonna call it the turquoise row, one with the crunched blue, and I think we're going to do that. And you never know, I may use a little bit of the neon green, but we're getting ahead of what's going on. So let's see here. I put on a little bit of eye primer. So I have a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills on, and I brought some spray, and then in just case we did go lighter, I did bring some of my kimchi white, but let's start with the purple, which I don't think is going to need any help. So I'm going to take one of these Jessup brushes. No, that's too big. I'm not that crazy. Let's do this one. Okay, so this is a, oh, actually I have a Juvia's Place one snuck in with my Jessup brushes. Since I grabbed it, we're gonna use it. So I'm gonna go into the dark purple. Let me get some glasses here and then we can read some colors as well. So the dark purple is in Covet. So let's use some Covet and let's kind of go darkest to lightest. And yeah, let's do this eye first. And remember not to touch the other eye because we're doing a different color story. I may do a third look as well, maybe before work tomorrow and film that. Oh, I have a little mascara left on my eye. Okay, ooh, that's a pretty color. Tap some more on. So there is a purple shimmer, so let's do dark purple on the outer. So again, that was Covet. And I do covet this color. Like so. I'm not going to worry so much about the blend or anything yet. I just want to place a few colors and then go from there. But it seems to be nicely blending already by itself. Just how I like it. So I wanted the original Blend Bunny palette as well back in the day, but I had already just bought a couple more rainbow ones. I don't have a palette that's like this. I would call this a rainbow palette as well, but it's more of if you turned down the rainbow and made it grungier and darker and then popped in a few neons. So there we go. We've got a little purple on the outside. And then I'm going to go into the, oops. So we're gonna go to the next one. Let's go up a shade. So this one is called Stay. So we're gonna go into that one next. I'd hold up the palette, but we know what happens when I do that. And then we're gonna throw that, should we do that into the middle? Try and get as many colors as we can. And then once I place these, we'll use the lightest lavender to blend along the edge. Can you read a difference? Yeah, right? So it's got kind of darker, kind of, yeah, grapey, like a dark grape, and then into a more lighter shade. So we'll do that in the middle. And then for the inner part, we're going to use, I think it's called Pulse. And then that is from the neon side. And we're going to do that to the front of the eye here. Oh, how pretty. Hey, and it's matching kind of the purple of my nails. Maybe that's why I was gravitating towards this color story for our first eye. Ooh, pretty. Blend Bunny, these are awesome. Now, if that first palette is just like this, I understand the hype. This one, the color story, I just love, yeah, I just loved it. And then anything neon just reminds me of being a teen in the 80s. So now I'm going to, again, just using the same colors, I'm just going to go deepen up just a smidge. And then we are going to use that lighter purple. And then I like to, or lighter purple, darker purple, and then we'll use the lighter purple to blend out. But I love that each row is really a good color story that you can use, and then of course mix and match. These are really pretty. Nice. All right, so now let's find a nice floofy brush. Okay, we're gonna do this one, and this is a Jessup. And Jessup 221. Soft cream, all right, sure. If you think so. So the color for blending out is called, what is that called? Oh, I can't read that. That is called Beckon, all right. So we're gonna take a little bit of that light lavender and then we're gonna blend out along the edges. Maybe a slightly smaller brush would have been better. Let's just place the color that we have on the brush and then find one that's fluffy but a bit smaller. Let's try this one. But again, we can always add more color. We just want this to blend. Yeah, I need one that's floofier. And then I got my brows done, and then he did them a little bit thinner than I normally do. But I think that's given me some more lid space. So let's do a higher lid look today. I think I'm making it a little murky here. We need some more of the lighter lavender. Tell I don't work with a lot of purple. I always liked the theory of purple, but I don't work with a lot of purple. So this is actually kind of fun. least this way you can see how the colors go on, how they blend. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that for a second, and I want to do the bottom lash line. Then I'm going to find a angled brush here, and then we're going to go into the darkest purple, and maybe I should, just in case, go to spray. I mean, I'm not noticing any fallout yet, or at all, I should say, but let's... Yeah, I got some stubborn mascara there. So we're going to do the darkest, and then we're going to do that brighter shade Pulse up front. There we go, and then take a smaller fluffy brush here. There we go. Oops, hope I don't need that brush again. All right. There we go. And I bought this sweater and then I had something with some kind of oil or grease and I can't get it out. So it's now a house sweater, house dress. Okay. Okay, now we want to try that shimmery shade. Let's try just using a spray and not using any other kind of base underneath, and see how that looks. Nice smooshy shimmers. Okay, let's do... I think that's pretty. I don't think it needs any base for this one. We may for the greeny one, but let's... I'm just going to do that for not the full of the mobile lid, but I would say half of it. Let's use that shimmer, because I don't want to lose all of the other colors that we played with. Maybe at the end we could maybe put some lashes on. And then I'm going to go back into that dark purple along the edge. All right. We're going to go and take, again, a little bit more of Beacon, the lighter purple. I think that's really pretty. I think we will definitely want to have a little bit of a lash, I think. So we're going to leave that eye for now, and then we're going to go and start playing with the blues and the teals. Yeah, and then we can do some finishing touches on the purple eye after. So my camera is going to shut off in a second, so let's just do that before it does it on us, and then we can work on the next eye. Okay, back in a second. We're back. So now it's time to work on, here's the camera over a smidge. There we go. So now let's work on that eye. Okay, so we decided that we wanted to play with the teal and the blue side. So let's again start with the darkest shade and put that out on the outer corner, and then we'll go to the next lightest. So it's going to go from Linger to Rush, and then we may blend out with Chills. So, you know what? Let's do it the opposite of the other one, what we did on the other eye. Let's take Chills and then put that right away into the crease. Oh, that's nice. Like blue gray. So let's do that. Like so, and then blend it out with a floofy brush. And a little bit more of that color. Yeah, here we go. And then we will go into that darkest color linger on the outer edge. And let's take another brush here to shape it out. Give ourselves a nice big wing with blue color. There we go. Lucky we're not going anywhere because we've got definitely two completely different looks going on here. And then I'm going to go one more time into linger. And then for placement on top of the teal, I'm going to go into that blue that's kind of shattered here. I'm going to do this up front. And then bring that into that darker shade linger. See what a beautiful blue this is? And then with the brush that we had, the little bit of that bluish gray, we're going to again blend a little bit. Okay, so then for the bottom, let's do those same two main colors. And lucky for me, since I dropped the first one, I have another angled brush here. So we are going to go into a linger, which is that dark blue for the outer part. And then I'll go into that light blue. Oh, and then I think I forgot to mention the name of the light blue, and that one is called Energy. Well, I guess I can say I hit pan on the blue. Okay. So, and then I'm going to find, oh, maybe I'll just clean this one off. Kind of a dense brush with some floof, and then we're going to go and blend there. I'm so not used to having color all the way up to my brow. This is different for me. Okay, so now let's play with that shimmer shade, and then the shimmer shade in the palette is called Underneath. So we're going to go into that turquoisey color. So we're going to go into there, and then we're going to give it a spritz. Again, I'm going to try without adding the white eye base. Ooh, hello, pretty, pretty. That is gorgeous. Again, I'm not the best at makeup. I just like playing with makeup, but this is hopefully giving you an idea of how pretty the shades are. And how they're working. So there we go. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and play with the blend, maybe pop on some lashes, and then we can talk about what we think so far. And I may put in a bonus look, but just in case I don't, we will discuss about all this when I'm back. So I'll be back. And we're back. So we just did a little bit extra blending, a little extra color, and then some crazy lashes. These are a little bit too crazy for me. And I didn't trim them, so it's just for a quick look here. Anyways, there's our look. Blue and purple. So there we go. This is so far our play with the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge palette. Again, I would hold it up for you, but I've already lost half the blue. We will do I think we are definitely going to do another cohesive one eye look tomorrow, probably playing with the greens. Are we surprised? I'm not ashamed. So this is it so far. So far, I'm really liking this palette a lot. Look at the shimmer. Like, look how bright that is. Blues, purpley turquoise. Like, I really like this moment. Would I wear it with these lashes again? No. Would I wear some with smaller lashes? Yes. I'm on the hunt for some good, really good half lashes. I hear that Vive has some, so I might check out Beauty Bay, because I think Vive is through on Beauty Bay. Or was it Cult? I don't know. We'll find out. But anyways, we are going to be doing another look. So on to the next one. Okay, so now we're going to be working again still with our, of course, Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge palette, and going to do a cohesive look. So we're going to have the same look on both eyes. I'm sorry I cannot hold up the palette, but we remember the incident yesterday with the blue going everywhere. And until I get my replacement palette, I'd like to save that little bit of blue. So today we are going to, let me get some glasses. We are going to work with the green side. I know, we're not surprised. So the colors here, I'm going to start, we're going to again do lightest to darkest. I think that seemed to work. And then the shimmer. So I'm going to use a hint, and I'm going to do that in the crease. Then I'm going to do Alive, and then I'm going to do Lush in the outer corner, and then we're going to use Limitless as our shimmer. And then if I remember, I'll also punch the names as I'm using them on top when I edit, so that way you don't have to remember what I just said. Okay, so I'm just going to take this little smaller brush here, and then we're going to go into Hint. From a little light. Oh, maybe I should just quickly, because it's been a second or two, make sure that my primer is on okay. We're looking a little yellow. Let's see if I can cool down the light. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So now we're going to go into Hint. Can we see the color? We can. Let me also see if I can lower the brightness a little bit. See if that helps a little bit with, so you can actually see what color I'm putting into my eyeballs. I managed to score, I collect vintage lady heads, and I managed to score off of Facebook Marketplace through a friend. I have a friend who does a lot, fixes a lot of mid-century furniture, so he's always on the hunt for things, and he knows how much I love lady heads, so he found a lady that is selling them not too far from me. 6 of them. I have one of them I already have, but I think it might make a nice gift. But 6 lady heads for under $100, which is amazing because they can be so expensive. And she was just trying to find a home for somebody who would love them. And since I collect them and I'm not going to resell any of them, I'm glad I got that awesome deal. Here they are. All right, so now we've got hints that we've got Jess, and that's the color that we're going to use for a little bit if we need to blend out with. So I just washed all my brushes last night, yay me. And then I'm just going to go blend a little, like so. And then on the inside, we're using that one called Alive. And I'm just going to use the same brush, I think. Just clean it off. And then we're going to use Alive. Bring that for the outer edge here, or inner edge, sorry. I was thinking about the dark color on the edge, so there we go. There's the color. And on the other side. These are really pretty. They go on nice and pigmented. And then again, let's blend. Look here in my close-up mirror. Make sure I get some kind of blending going. I was just talking to a friend last night and I had shown her one of the looks that I did from yesterday's video, and then we were talking about some of our friends on YouTube because we're just saying how like we're, you know, I'm learning to get better. She's really good, but a couple of our friends, they're just like so freaking amazing. And then it was like, well, they do spend hours on their blending, and it's like, oh, well, I want a really good blended look. I don't know if I could spend 3 or 4 hours on one eye look. Maybe one day, I don't know. But like right now, I just couldn't imagine spending so much time on one eye look. Though I'm going to be taking some time off from work at Christmas, so maybe I can try and see if I can try and copy one of their looks and spend a little bit of time of actually working on it. Maybe do it as a time lapse. And then we're going to go into, what is it? Lush. So that was the darkest green. And then we're going to do that on the outer edge. I'm just going to try to leave a little bit of the center black if I can. I might have pulled it over too far. I was going to say leave a little bit of the center blank for the shimmer, but I think I went a little bit too crazy with that medium grade green shade, so maybe not. But then these shimmers went over really nicely, so I'm not concerned. If you saw the earlier look, didn't fast forward through for green, where I don't blame you. Green is life. There we go, like so. And then give that a little blend. I think I need a little bit more Lush, right? There we go. Okay, and then that's what we're looking at right now. I do want to say though, I didn't have really any staining from the blues, but I did have a little bit of pink left over on my eye from all the purples yesterday. But once I put the eye primer on there, it covered most of that up. So yeah, so since I'm picking up the lady heads today, I thought I'm not gonna go too crazy on a look. Not that generally I wouldn't go out with massive wings, but you know how much everybody appreciates crazy eye makeup, so sometimes it's just nice to have nice bright or grungy colors, but not too crazy. So there we go, that's what we're looking at so far. And again, I'm going to take maybe a slightly bigger brush. I'm going to go back into Hint, and then we're going to go and blend it here a little bit. Though I am digging, since I've got my brows done the other day, the little extra bit of lid space that I'm getting there. Okay, so for along the bottom, I'm just going to quickly go into, oh, whatever, let's just grab that brush. Brush is a brush. Okay, we're going to go into Alive. Is that Alive? Yes, we're going to do that on the front end on both eyes. And then into Lush on the outer. Kind of, as usual, mimic the top. And then we're going to take a brush with a little bit of Hint on it. Where's that mint? Did I say it was? Yeah, Hint, like hint of mint. Okay, there we go. We're going to use that just to blend out along the bottom a little here. There we go. What do we think? Really pretty, right? We'll have to darken the dark edge, but for just the beginning part, I think that's good. All right, so now we're going to go and put on our shimmer. I'm going to use that brush here, and then I'm out of battery again. Goodness. Okay, hopefully we're going to make it. So we're going to go into Limitless. Yeah, I like that. And then I think for inner corner, I'm going to use a little bit of that, the white shade in the palette called White Hot. And then I'm going to put that into the inner corner. Okay, so since I am running out of battery, I'm going to go just intensify the colors and put on some mascara, and then we can have final thoughts. Okay, we'll be back in a sec. And we're back. Okay, so I changed my mind about the white inner corner and decided to go in with a little bit of that neon shade. And then the neon shade was called Chemistry. So this way, I think did we use every color? We used every color in the last row of the palette. So I'll go back a little bit. So this is the look that I got here. Kind of a grungy green with a little bit of bright. And yeah, and then I just popped on a little eyeliner and a little mascara, and then that's it. So that's our technically 3 looks with the Blend Bunny Surge palette. It's beautiful. I really like it. I think for people who are fantastic at makeup, they're going to absolutely create insane looks with this. And if you're just good with makeup or just like makeup, you're gonna have fun with it too, because I did. So there we go. Let's just go back again a little bit. And that's our look. So if you like this video and want to give us a like, comment, and subscribe, or maybe even click that notification bell, it'd be greatly appreciated. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends and we can still blend with the blend bunny. I'm being silly. Alrighty, that's it for me. Have a great day and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.